Hello, children. I welcome you all to your second term session of online teaching and learning. Hope you enjoyed the Diwali festival and took care of your health. So, again, we will move on to our studies. Today, we are going to learn a lesson named Method of Preserving Food. In your last lesson, we learned a little about storing food crops. In this lesson, we will learn more about storing different fruit products and more about storing and preserving a particular food product. We have to preserve it. Now, what do you mean by preserve? The product does not get spoiled earlier or faster. It remains for us to eat or fresh till the time we preserve it. The products which contain liquid more get spoiled faster than the dried grains such as rice, wheat, or any other food grains. They are dried. The product is dry. And fruits, vegetables, milk which contained more type of water. Yes, more water content. They get spoiled earlier. This we observe in our day-to-day life. You're knowing this type of things. You see, your mother, if she brings vegetables, next day if she keeps it without refrigerator, the leaves dry off. The fruits also, they become smaller and smaller day by day. Milk also, if you keep overnight or the whole day outside without boiling, what happens? It gets spoiled. So nowadays you're knowing when your mother is doing such type of things in your house and how she preserves it to keep them away from spoiling and give us the use anytime. In this today's modern world, it has become a necessity of using such type of preserved food. So let us see how we will try to preserve and keep in use for us. Anytime we preserve them and we use them in different ways or methods. Even we preserve them in different types of methods. So we require food our whole life, isn't it? Fruits, vegetables. Food is our basic need until we are alive. Yes, the day we die, then we don't require food, water, these types of basic needs. So as long as we are alive, we require food to eat. So to fulfill our needs, when we need the thing to eat, so we try to preserve it and use it whenever we want to use it or eat it. Preserving food is a part of our Indian culture as it is an agricultural country. So you know our mother, she prepares papads, pickles and different types of things in the summer season and she dries it in the hot sun. And then whenever we are having some festival or some type of function in our house or we feel like eating that thing, we use it during that time. So if you're staying in villages, you have seen these type of preservation of food products. That is example which I gave you: papad, pickles, masalas. Now let us see how we can store the vegetables, then the fruit juices. The chemicals, the preservatives are added so that the food product such as jams, butter, and then fruit juices we are drinking ready made nowadays, then lassi, many other products, food products are readily available. Ice creams, how do we get any time when we go in the shop? Preservatives, chemicals are added to it and then we eat that product. Now this product, many products which are available in our country India are not in other country. So how you can send these things without getting spoiled to the other countries and stay there in that climate for a longer period. So that type of preservative is added to that fruit product and it is made into a new product by factories, and then we use it for our eating or whatever needs we want to make use of it. So now in our day to day life I will tell you smaller things which you are knowing. In your kitchens it are available sugar, salt, then sunlight also acts as a preservative, then papad, then many other things our mother every day she is putting it out in the sun so that it does not get spoiled, and then we store it in our houses for 1 year or more than 1 year. So sunlight also acts as sugar also if added to one particular product, then it does not get food product, it does not get spoiled quickly. Even salt acts as a preservative. Even winter season, if the food which is cooked, now if you prepare a vegetable or a chapati or any other food which we eat, if you cook it then it gets spoiled faster, but if you refrigerate then it remains for a longer period. Then chapati also, if you keep it uh, in your house for 1 or 2 days, what will happen? It gives some bad smell, a type of greenish layer, whitish layer you will observe on that chapati. In the summer season it gets spoiled more faster. So winter season the things do not get spoiled faster, it will take 1 or 2 days more the food product to get spoiled. So seasons also, the nature also, it contributes to us to give us a good food. Yes, to give us good food, and they act as a preservative. What is the content which we say that the food is spoiled? The example according to the lesson, we will try to understand what from the lesson we understand that this food is spoiled. Here the it is given fungus. So where does this fungus appear? For example, here it is given chapati and bread. So if you keep a chapati for a longer period of time in your boxes or your kitchen things, you will see after 1 or 2 days the chapati it turns little bit you can say greenish in color or whitish, small dots appear on it, or it smells little bit bad which you don't like it, and you will see some white balls. Sometimes you cannot see with the uh, your eyes common this type which your eyes, you have to take a microscope. If you see it will appear little bit larger the fungus, and then you will understand that this chapati is spoiled. Even the bread, if you preserve it for more than 2 days, you will see that greenish layer, whitish dots appearing on it, and we say it as fungus, thread like thing that appears on it. Green white mixed small ball particles are observed, very small tiny particles. You can see in the picture also, in the lesson it is shown, and if you see with microscope you will see bigger images of it, and you come to know that fungus is appeared on that too, on that chapati and on that bread, so that the you can declare that the you can say that the food product, that is bread or chapati, is spoiled. Now how this fungus comes on the food product? From where does this enter? They come from water, air, and due to the heat. Yes, due to the warmth. If you keep in a closed container, if it does not get proper oxygen, then the food decays and fungus appears on it. And what happens if we eat this food? We will suffer from food poisoning. We may get sick, we won't feel well, we may start vomiting, our stomach will start paining, we will get sicknesses such as diarrhea, loose motion, and vomiting. And due to this type of sickness we can die also. So we should take care that we should not eat such type of spoiled food. Now in this lesson we will try to see the methods that how food products are stored or how they are preserved. The things which require what type of method for preservation. Now, for example, the first method of preserving given in the lesson is drying. When the food products or food stuffs, if their water content is evaporated, then by this method the food stuffs stay fresh or it remains for us to eat. This type of method, the water content is removed from it. It is known as drying. This method is used. Then second method is cooling. Now, which things which are stored in the refrigerator or in a cool place so that microorganisms do not grow on it within early time. They do not get the warmth and earlier the food gets spoiled. So such type of food products which are kept in the refrigerator, this type of method of preserving that food product is known as cooling. The third one given here is boiling. If you boil a particular food product or food stuff, the microorganisms they get diminished or they burn off and the food it stays fresh or for ready for us to eat for a longer period of time. And after this process of drying, then cooling, then boiling, we place in a airtight container so that the germs of air or water or any other minute insects do not enter this food stuff and spoil the food, or microorganisms do not enter this preserved food stuff and they do not spoil the preserved food and we can use it anytime we require. Now I think you must have understood the various methods and the process of preservation and the need for preserving the food. So now for your homework you will read the lesson and you will read the points which are mentioned. Can you tell, try this and make a pickle. You can ask your elders in the family that how this is done and they will show you properly that how these things are prepared. Do you know all these paragraphs which are given here for your knowledge? You will read while reading the lesson and understand it from the lesson. Okay, bye. Thank you, children.